I admitted one statement on BECE. Honorable Member for
Jaman North.
Jaman North.
Yes,
Can you read your statement?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to take this opportunity to speak on the Basic Education Certificate Examination, which starts on the 4th and ends on the 8th of June. Mr. Speaker, the completion of basic education is actually the beginning of one's academic life. It is the assessment of a 9-year period of learning and the longest learning phase for an academic certificate. It involves commitment, self-reliance, diligence, and faith in God. However, there are challenges on the academic journey. The education sector is faced with some challenges, such as the lack of ICT materials. There has been previous reports of people using stones to represent the computer mouse. It is based on such challenges in the sector that I congratulate all the candidates for their perseverance and commitment to pursue education. I would like to assure them that as they sit to write the exams, we are behind them, cheering them to the finish line. Mr. Speaker, even though the West African Examination Council has put in place mechanisms that are to prevent leakages, I would like to call on school management and candidates to refrain from indulging in exam malpractices and rather engage their efforts in revising. Mr. Speaker, engaging in exam malpractices will nurture the habits of cheating and corruption in these young ones. They are the future of this country, and as such, our future members of parliament, doctors, teachers, and name them. Mr. Speaker, you agree with me that honorable members in this August House did not engage in such practices, and that is why they bear the title honorable. This is the virtue we want to see in our future leaders. Mr. Speaker, this year, a total of 509,824 candidates will be sitting for the exams, a significant increase of 8.9% from last year. The increasing numbers of candidates show that the free senior high school program by the Nana Akufo-Addo government is a step in the right direction. Mr. Speaker, no one can deny the fact that an educated citizenry is one of the transformative catalysts that will usher a country into development, eradicate poverty, and prevent ignorance. Mr. Speaker, education must not be the sole responsibility of the government. The support of parents is also necessary to achieve the success we want to see in these young ones. Parents must continue to play their parts in the education of their children to complement the efforts of their teachers. Mr. Speaker, the contribution of teachers to ensuring quality education cannot be underestimated. And I would like to acknowledge and appreciate the commitment and effort teachers all over the country, especially those in rural and deprived communities, who are working to ensure that the Ghanaian child is educated. The menace of teenage pregnancies has been very worrying in recent years. Mr. Speaker, I believe with the combined effort of school authorities, parents, relevant government institutions, and all stakeholders in the education sector, this can be kept or brought to its bare minimum. And this will surely be a great achievement for us all. Mr. Speaker, I would therefore take this opportunity again to remind parents and their wards of the free and quality education policy of this government. The free education policy covers all expenses in not only the high schools, but also technical and vocational institutions. Mr. Speaker, I hereby encourage students to take advantage of technical and vocational education, especially with those with very special talents and interests. They should not underestimate the academic of the field. Mr. Speaker, at this point, I would like to wish all the candidates good luck in their exams and assure them of government continuous support here and beyond. May they come out with flying colors and make us all proud. Thank you once again, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity.
Well, honourable members, I'll admit one contribution each, and then we will move on.
2 seconds, the motion.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion. In doing so, Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion. In doing so, Mr. Speaker, I urge the Hazard Department. Yeah. I urge the Hazard Department to capture the entire report as being read. Mr. Speaker, the report of the Committee of Education on the Technical University Bill 2017. The committee, in considering the bill, met with the Honorable Minister for Education, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, the Minister of State in charge of tertiary education, Professor Kwasi Yanka, the Executive Secretary to the National Council for Tertiary Education, Professor Mohammed Salfu, officials of the Ministry of Education, the Attorney General Department, and representatives of the following stakeholders. Mr. Speaker, the object of the bill, the Technical Universities Amendment Bill therefore seeks to amend Act 922 to give legal backing to the conversion of the Cape Coast Polytechnic and Tamale Polytechnic to Cape Coast Technical University and Tamale Technical University, respectively. The bill also seeks to strengthen the conversion process to ensure that the right caliber of staff with appropriate qualifications are engaged or retained to effectively execute the mandate of the technical universities. Mr. Speaker, the background information of the report. The Technical Universities Act 2016, Act 922, came into force to convert qualified polytechnics to technical universities. This was to enable the polytechnics to provide higher education in engineering, science, and technology-based disciplines, technical and vocational education and training, applied arts, and related disciplines. In this regard, 6 polytechnics, namely Accra Polytechnic, O Polytechnic, Kufrodia, Kumasi, Sunyani Polytechnic, and Takoradi Polytechnic met the conversion eligibility criteria and were subsequently converted to technical universities. The following polytechnics could not meet the conversion criteria under the Act.
Go to the conclusion.
So, a year after the enactment of Act 922, Cape Coast Polytechnic and Tamale Polytechnic met the conversion eligibility criteria and were granted the approval by NCT to be converted to technical universities. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, the significance of technical universities in providing the requisite manpower needs that will propel Ghana's industrialization agenda cannot be overemphasized. Technical universities offer an opportunity for students or professionals with the desire to build their skills and competencies. Mr. Speaker, attached to the bill is proposed amendments for the consideration and adoption by the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving this opportunity.
Item 10, Minister for Education.
Yes, Speaker, the Minister is here.
Right Honourable Speaker, I beg to move that item 10 in the order paper of today, motion that the Technical Universities Amendment Bill 2017 be now read a second time.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister.
Item number 12I, clause 1.
Section 14 of Act 922 amended.
Amendment proposed. Chairman of the committee. Chairman, you are proposing that we should delete clause 1.
Lawyer, we should delete clause 1, amendment proposed.
So explain, tell us why.
We are maintaining the original text of the law so that there's no difference with regard to the proposed amendments. So we want to maintain it as it is.
Very well. Honourable members, the proposed amendment is for the consideration of the House. Chairman of the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You see, the amendment seeks to institute term limits for both the Director of Finance and the Registrar. Mr. Speaker, we do so because we want to ensure high performance management and accountability for that executive position. For all we know, that position is an executive position, and it requires continuous display of high-level performance as an executive position. And therefore, history has it that people who keep on to be in office for a number of years without terms, without changing, normally end up to create some undesirable results. Example, a sense of entitlement crept in. People become used to the system, and therefore diminishing returns set in. We don't get new ideas, methods of doing things. We tend to do things the old way. And that's why we believe that modern standard requirements suggest that this time people should be on contract terms in order to deliver. So that is the basis for that amendment, Mr. Speaker. And it is a standard requirement for all technical universities, all tertiary education institutions in Ghana, that people should be on fixed term office. That's all.
Item number 12, sub 3, III. Chairman of the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Amendment proposed. Opening phrase. Delete and insert the following. The principal enactment is amended in section 22 by the insertion after subsection 1 of 1A. The Director of Finance shall hold office.
Honourable members, the proposed amendment is for the consideration of the House. I'll put a question. All in favour of the proposed amendment say aye. All against say no. Honourable members, I'll put the question again. And the question is that all in favor of the proposed amendment say aye. All against say no. I would encourage members to pay attention. The ayes have it, the amendment is carried. I will put the question on the entire clause 3. And the question is that clause 3 as amended shall form part of the bill. All in favor say aye. All against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 3 as amended is ordered to form part of the bill. Item number IV, clause 4.
Section 24 of Act 922 amended.
Chairman of the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Amendment proposed. Paragraph A, line 5. Delete subject to approval by and insert on the recommendation of. Honorable, you are saying so because the Executive Director of National Council for Tertiary Education is play an adversarial role to the minister. And therefore, to avoid serious financial implications and the likelihood of probably some technical university deviating from their normal, core mandate, there's the need for the NCT to clear certain decisions. And based on that, he advised the minister who has the power or authority to approve. And that's why that insertion is recommended here.
Yes, Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, I think you accept the recommendation.
Yeah.
You accept it. Who abandoned the new...
The original amendment is abandoned. Yeah. But you insert the after including in clause section 24(1).
Yeah, line 4. Right.
Very well. The principle is accepted. And I'll put the question. All in favor of the proposed amendment say aye. All against say no. The ayes have it. The amendment is carried. Item number 12V.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Amendment proposed. Paragraph B, line 1. Delete B and insert A. And further, in lines 4 and 5, delete subject to no. That will drop it. Yeah, it's consequential. Okay. And insert on the recommendation. So it's consequential. Okay. We abandon it.
We abandon it.
Very well.